Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes triple threat match. The best and worst of Raw before Elimination Chamber 2023. Staggering price of Seth Rollins' big red boots on Raw. Becky Lynch and Bayley promoted as all-time greats. Randy Orton returns. Plans of Sami Zayn dethrones Roman Reigns at WWE Elimination Chamber 2023. WWE's current plans for Roman Reigns after WrestleMania 39 leaked. Let's jump right into it. The best and worst of Raw before Elimination Chamber 2023. It was the Raw before Elimination Chamber 2023, and what a show it was. It was certainly filled with ups and downs, but WWE largely did an excellent job in the build-up to Elimination Chamber 2023, especially considering that there were only 3 episodes to do so. More matches were made official, while more teases for WrestleMania 39 happened as well. Here are the best and worst aspects of Raw this week. Number 3. Best. The Cody Rhodes Sami Zayn segment on Raw. We had another unforgettable segment with Cody Rhodes on Raw, this time involving Sami Zayn. The latter, who invaded the red brand this week and called out Cody Rhodes to ask him to clarify his comments about potentially facing him. It was a great bit of character work, with Sami Zayn being brutally honest about his chances against Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. Cody told him to finish his story, but it didn't mean that Sami Zayn would win this Sunday. However, it was a clear tease of a future feud between the two post-WrestleMania 39. Number 2. Worst. Liv Morgan getting submitted. The women of Raw and SmackDown will go to war inside the Elimination Chamber this Saturday to determine Bianca Belair's WrestleMania 39 opponent. Asuka won for her team at the expense of SmackDown's Liv Morgan, who suffered a crushing defeat along with Natalya and Raquel Rodriguez. We can only hope that Morgan has a better showing in her 4th chamber outing. Number 2. Best. Otis and Maximum Male Models. Maximum Male Models agent Maxine Dupree approached Otis. She said that they wanted somebody to be the face of Maximum Male Models, and Otis seemed to fit the profile. Get ready for Otis to become Otis and the possible leader of the faction. Unfortunately, for Chad Gable, it will probably be the end of Alpha Academy. Number 1. Worst. An ordinary main event with extraordinary talent. The main event of Raw was a WrestleMania caliber match. Bianca Belair faced Becky Lynch and Bayley, and if either of the latter two won, they would enter the Women's Elimination Chamber match. We wondered how it would work since Becky Lynch already faced Bianca Belair last year at WrestleMania, while Bayley had a feud against the Women's Champion in the summer of 2022. Bianca Belair won in what was just an ordinary match. It was okay, but there's nothing to go crazy about, given its position in the main event. Number 1. Best. The Brock Lesnar-Bobby Lashley segment. Brock Lesnar came out on Raw for a contract signing with Bobby Lashley. We know how things usually play out in contract signings, but we were surprised at how well handled this was. Bobby Lashley showed a bit of cowardice by having security and his own table at the entrance ramp. However, it turned out to be a ploy as he destroyed Lesnar in the process. If you were wondering how this will play out until WrestleMania, we urge you to rewatch the backstage segment between Rick Boogs and Elias. There, MVP was seen with Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, teasing the Hurt Business reunion. Staggering price of Seth Rollins' big red boots on Raw. Seth Rollins' shoes got all the headlines on Twitter during his segment on Raw. He was a guest on Miz TV, and while the WWE Universe is no stranger to his odd sense of fashion choices with his current character, he has certainly taken it a step further with the big red shoes. So what is the cost of these shoes? For context, the big red boots are seemingly based on the iconic Japanese anime series Astro Boy, with the titular character wearing the same kind of shoes. Our collective group MSCHF released the big red boots, and they have instantly become a hit among some big-name influencers. The staggering retail price of the shoes is $350. But if you go to the link on StockX.com, a website dedicated to the sale of sneakers, apparel, electronics, collectibles, trading cards, and accessories, the starting bid for the shoes is $1,119. It was last sold for $979. It certainly felt apt that Seth Rollins hit the stomp with those big red boots. For those who are curious, the shoes will go on sale on the 16th of February. Seth Rollins won't be able to compete in the same shoes at Elimination Chamber, as he will fight for the United States Championship. He has been in an active feud against Austin Theory, the defending U.S. champion. However, all signs seem to indicate that Rollins won't win the Elimination Chamber match. While we don't expect Logan Paul to play a role in costing him the match, we certainly expect him to return on the Raw after the Chamber, starting a feud with Rollins for WrestleMania 39. It will be interesting to see how everything plays out in the coming week. Did you like Rollins' boots on Raw? Sound off in the comments below. Becky Lynch and Bayley promoted as all-time greats. Before becoming the head of creative of WWE, Triple H was known for his work behind the scenes in NXT. During his time on the developmental brand, the game focused on building the women's division, and 2 superstars in particular from that era went on to have immense success on the main roster. Becky Lynch and Bayley became multi-time world champions on the main roster, and apparently, Hunter now wants to promote the veterans as all-time greats. During last week's edition of Monday Night Raw, the commentators referred to Lynch and Bayley as all-time greats, and this was not by accident. The two wrestlers main evented the show inside a steel cage. As Dave Meltzer noted in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, this is likely due to Triple H's intervention, as they will not say it on their own. It's notable that the announcers now, and obviously this comes from Levesque because they'd never say this on their own, that Lynch and Bayley are all-time greats in wrestling, Meltzer stated. When Vince McMahon was head of creative, he would anoint certain wrestlers in this category, like John Cena, for instance. Currently, Roman Reigns holds the position as one of, if not the greatest WWE superstar of all time. This week's go-home edition of Monday Night Raw will feature a contract signing between Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley for a bout between the two. The match is seemingly set to take place on Saturday at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Tonight's show will also likely feature the return of WWE legend Trish Stratus, according to reports. Last week, Lita showed up during the main event and assisted Becky Lynch against Damage Control. Both Lita and Trish Stratus are two of the most iconic female wrestlers in the Stamford-based promotion. The latter's full-time career even came to an end following a women's championship bout against Lita at Unforgiven 2006. Trish is currently rumored to be competing at the Elimination Chamber. As per the reports, the Hall of Famer will team up with Lita and Becky Lynch to take on Damage Control. Do you think Trish, Lita, and Becky Lynch will take on Damage Control on the road to WrestleMania 39? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Randy Orton returns. WWE has locked in Roman Reigns' opponent for WrestleMania for the time being, with Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble. However, things could get tricky for the Tribal Chief may also have to keep a close eye on Randy Orton, who could soon be returning to the squared circle. The Apex Predator has been out of action since May last year. Orton was attacked by the Bloodline after the Tag Team Unification match on SmackDown, which was the kayfabe reason to write him off for back surgery. While there is no timeline for his return, it was recently reported that the 14-time world champion contacted wrestling bootmaker Jose G. Sanz to get boots for his return. The prospect of Randy Orton soon returning to the squared circle caused a huge uproar among fans. Many believe that the Apex Predator could go after Roman Reigns and the Bloodline after his return. The Viper was also seen in good shape a few days ago. With WWE pulling out all the stops to make this year's WrestleMania a spectacular event, Randy Orton's return at the event does not seem like a distant possibility anymore. Roman Reigns has been the undisputed WWE Universal Champion for over 300 days, which makes him a marked man in the company. The Tribal Chief's former rival Seth Rollins recently revealed that he wanted to be the one to face Reigns at WrestleMania 39. I don't know the answer to that question, man. It's very hard for me to look at that match unbiased, I think. I want that match, I want that spot, I want that title, and to not have it, there's a lot of salt in the wound having to talk about it, so it's difficult for me to analyze, said Seth Rollins. Rollins and Reigns last faced off at Royal Rumble 2022. The Visionary won the match via DQ after the Tribal Chief continued to beat him down despite the referee's warning. While Rollins has called out his former partner on multiple occasions, the duo have not come close to a rematch. Plans of Sami Zayn dethrones Roman Reigns at WWE Elimination Chamber 2023. Former Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn vs. Roman Reigns is booked for WWE Elimination Chamber 2023. It will be a mega main event match with the undisputed WWE Universal Championship on the line. In front of what will most likely be a red-hot Montreal crowd, Zayn will have the home advantage. While Reigns is the favorite because, well, he's Roman freaking Reigns, there is but a smidge of doubt as to whether he can survive this challenge. After all, his opponent at the Premium Live event managed to do the one thing no one else has, expose cracks in the bloodline and drive a wedge between him and his family. As such, fans believe there is every chance the former honorary youth will end the Tribal Chief's record-breaking World Championship run. However, given Cody Rhodes is already scheduled to face the latter at WrestleMania 39 by virtue of his Royal Rumble win, plans may have to change for a Sami Zayn title win. If the master strategist walks onto the grandest stage of them all as the world champion, Rhodes' wish of facing him there will have come true. This will give us a Zayn vs. Rhodes main event, which should be a banger of a contest. It has been widely reported that WWE's plans for Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 39 involve him teaming up with longtime buddy Kevin Owens to take on the Usos. There, the duo will end their story with the Bloodline for good and defeat the Twins to end their dominant reign as undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. Zayn sided with Owens during the once beatdown of the latter at Royal Rumble, turning full babyface for the first time in many years. They were battered by the heels, minus Jey Uso, for their actions, which suggests that they will have a huge part to play in the family's downfall. Zayn going back to Kevin Owens, his best friend of 2 decades, to fight their biggest battle yet is the kind of storytelling that fans watch WWE for. They have clashed multiple times during Zayn's time with the Bloodline, and we hope Owens forgives his buddy and has his back during his quest. The duo becoming tag champs after ending a record-breaking title reign would be the perfect conclusion to their arc. WWE's current plans for Roman Reigns after WrestleMania 39 leaked. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns is set for a major match at WrestleMania 39. We now have an interesting report on the current post-WrestleMania plans for the Tribal Chief. Reigns has defeated several major stars during his historic run as the champion since 2020. He is now set for a WrestleMania 39 clash against the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes. Early betting odds have suggested that Rhodes is the favorite to win the match, but one can never count Reigns out. Zero News has now reported that WWE's current working plan is to have Roman Reigns main event the Saudi Arabia Premium Live event in May. The report adds that while the name of the show isn't yet known, it might be called WrestleMania Backlash, continuing the trend of the last couple of years. Source tells me that the working plan has Roman Reigns main eventing the Saudi Arabia show in May. It's currently unknown what the PPV will be called, but my source tells me he wouldn't be surprised if it was WrestleMania Backlash in Saudi Arabia, reported Zero News. Over the last few months, the storyline between the Bloodline and Sami Zayn has been the most captivating and entertaining one on WWE television. The end of Royal Rumble 2023 saw Sami Zayn finally snap. Defying the Tribal Chief's order to hit Kevin Owens with a chair, the former honorary Uce attacked him instead and turned babyface in the process. Roman Reigns is now set to defend his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Sami Zayn at the Elimination Chamber PLE later this month in Montreal, Canada. With Zayn being a massive fan favorite, many want him to be the one to finally dethrone Reigns, but the chances of that happening seem very low, especially with WWE already building up the Reigns vs. Rhodes match at WrestleMania 39. Reports have suggested that the plan for Sami Zayn is to team up with Kevin Owens to take on the Usos at WrestleMania 39 for their tag team titles. Let us know your thoughts on the main event scene on the road to WrestleMania 39 in the comments section below. Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes triple threat match. Cody Rhodes recently spoke about Sami Zayn potentially being added to the WrestleMania main event against Roman Reigns. The American Nightmare won the 2023 Royal Rumble to headline WrestleMania and achieve a lifelong dream. A few weeks ago on Raw, Rhodes challenged Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. However, he also addressed his opinion on Sami Zayn defeating the Tribal Chief at the upcoming Elimination Chamber in Montreal. After former honorary Uce's recent confrontation with Paul Heyman and Reigns on 2 consecutive SmackDowns, the WWE Universe was excited to see him dethrone the Tribal Chief. Even Cody Rhodes doesn't mind if Sami defeats Reigns at Elimination Chamber, which would lead to a triple threat match at the grandest stage of them all. Rhodes addressed the issue in a recent interview on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani and spoke about Sami Zayn's rise. He stated that he has no preference between a singles and a triple threat match for his WrestleMania main event. I really look forward to the moments when I'm in there if they happen, Sami, whether that's just on the road to WrestleMania, because I think it's different than people think. Hey, who knows? Who knows what happens in Montreal? Who knows what happens at WrestleMania? Rhodes added. The American Nightmare also appreciated the former Intercontinental Champion for excelling in his recent stint. Cody is intrigued by Sami's efforts to keep his mind at ease about the situation and is eager to compete for the top spot in WWE. On the latest episode of Monday Night Raw, Sami Zayn confronted the former Intercontinental Champion. When Cody Rhodes came down to the ring, he praised Sami for standing against the Bloodline. "I don't want to see you on Raw next Monday, because I'd rather see you at WrestleMania," Rhodes said. The American Nightmare recently stated that he thought Zayn could defeat the Tribal Chief. Rhodes and Zayn cut an impressive promo with only one intention in mind, and that was to put Roman Reigns down. Do you think Sami would be added to the WrestleMania main event match? Sound off in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me